Are you on the verge of a burnout or maybe about to start a really big creative project? If so, maybe taking a pause right now is exactly what you need. Roda a vinheta. Hi, I'm Federico Forte. Welcome to my garage studio that I like to call the Lion's Lair. This is Fortify by Forte, a space that I am creating here on YouTube so that we can have conversations like this about not succumbing to burnout and finding ways to sustain our creative practices for the long run, to keep the joy, to safeguard the inner child that allows us to really be creative beings and full beings on this earth. Life has been quite complex. It seems like the earth is always moving underneath us like a shaky ground. So we need to really harness our inner rhythm and our inner source and give power to our practices so that no matter what is happening outside, there is a sense of momentum in the inside. So that's what this channel is all about. If anything that I talk about today resonates with you, please give it a like, subscribe. So let's get on to the topic of today. Are you on the verge of a burnout or about to begin a new big project? And the reason I ask is very sincere. I have been on the verge of a burnout myself, and I also have some big creative projects that I want to unleash in the world. And I needed to take a pause. That is exactly what I did about 3 to 4 months ago when I was really feeling anxiety every day, panic attacks, depression, and panic attacks, kind of like that ping pong that nobody wants to be, bouncing thoughts, the doom of black and white thinking, doom scrolling, etc. When I was showing up to do my creative practices and to my music and my performances, sure, I'm showing up, I'm professional, but I started to notice that I wasn't getting the same amount of joy. So I definitely noticed that something's not right here because that's totally not like the person I am
So, what's really going on?
behind that. And with the help of some friends and also just doing some meditation and really being honest with myself, I realized that for the last 30 years, really, I have been mostly on a go mode. 72 to 80 hours of work every week, both for my creative practices and for my day job that could allow both things could allow me to exist financially with my family. But the thing about taking all the jobs and saying yes to the gigs and to the shows, to the opportunities, and yes, do it. I thought that that was the key that was going to make me successful. I thought that that really was the key that was going to make me stand out, because you probably have perceived it as well. Seems like the systems that we live under really award the burnout instead of awarding your brilliance and the long-term process that you need to go through. So I took a pause from my day job. I also cleared a lot of my gigs and shows and rehearsals, and sure, was not comfortable to do that. However, I really knew that I needed to do that. And for a period of 5 days, I did a little practice that I found it so helpful now every day I'm doing this practice, and I wanted to share it with you. It takes only 5 minutes, and you may think it's a little silly,
Oh, yeah, you're gonna do this thing.
but hang on there with me. Try it for 5 days, and then come back here and tell me if it didn't have a positive effect on your creative practice or on your resiliency. So here we go. Finding the silence and tuning in to your inner rhythm. We're going to call this practice tuning into your chamber, okay? Super simple. You're going to do this. It's going to take 5 minutes of your day at the most. You're going to do this every day. And then after 5 days, come here and tell me how it went. Because what this practice really is about is tuning into your own rhythm. So as I was mentioning earlier, we are, in the hustle and bustle of the complexities and the chaos of our times. And if we don't tune in to our intrinsic motivators and strengths, we will be at the mercy of the chaotic tides, and that will lead to burnout. So, once again, this little exercise is called tuning into your own chamber. So, here's what we're going to do. First, you're going to find somewhere where there is no outside stimulus, that there's no noise and other things coming at you. Find somewhere peaceful. And when you do that later, maybe you're going to do that in front of the phone right now. That's cool. But really, I want you to do that without any screens around. Then, once you kind of settle into your Zen, cozy space, you're going to take 3 deep breaths. That's it. Breath in, breath out. Do it 3 times, but if it feels better for you to do 5 or 7 times, that's totally cool. I just want you to tune into your breath. So, yes, take at least 3 very deep breaths. Once you do that, place one hand in your heart and the other hand in your gut, in your belly. Yes. And with a hand in your heart and a hand in your belly, after your deep breaths, you're going to ask yourself, what is the rhythm that I need most right now? What is the feeling that I need most today? That's right. And you're not going to rush to an answer. Don't need to rush to an answer. But you can let that question echo in your mind. What is the rhythm that I need right now? What is the feeling that I need today? And eventually something will emerge, right? Eventually a word, a concept, maybe something tangible, maybe it's just a feeling that is intangible right now. And if it is an intangible feeling, try to ask yourself some, questions about what that feeling gets to. I'll give you an example. The other day, the word that came to me was, well, it was a feeling, the feeling that I needed most right now. I needed a rhythm that was both strong and peaceful. So peace and strength, I put it together as serenity. So that was the word for that day, serenity. And that day I had the beginning of a residency that I'm doing here in Austin, Texas. So it's a new residency with several performers and a new venue. It was beautiful. It was a great event. We are doing the 3rd Saturday of every month, Tropicalia Nights. But it was the first one, and I was nervous, just thinking if it was going to be a successful event, etc., etc., etc. I needed to be serene that whole day. And that's what I started to tune in. So throughout the day, when I was starting to feel a little bit off, or when I felt that anxiety creeping in, or too many questions or unsettling moments, I just remember serenity, serene. Oh, that's the key word for the day. That's the vibe, that's the rhythm, serene. So no matter what life's gonna throw at me today, serene is the key. Then today, taking a walk and doing the same practice that I've been doing, because once again, only takes 5 minutes, right, or less. Today was kind of a feeling, I woke up feeling a little bit unsettled. I don't know why. Maybe I had a weird dream or whatever. But then when I asked myself that question, what is the groove? What is the rhythm that I need right now? A feeling came to me. And then I translated that feeling eventually as something cozy. Like the word in Portuguese, aconchegante. Aconchegante. Something very cozy, something that just feels warm and fuzzy. And that's the note for me today. So as I've been doing my tasks today, preparing for this video that I'm recording right now and doing other things around the house, I've been going out of my way to maybe find a shirt that makes me feel cozy. Maybe I had a little extra spoon of sugar in my coffee. Not that that's healthy, but I did. But just to invite this feeling and this experience of coziness that that my body and my nervous system is telling me that I need today. So as a result of doing that for many, many days, you may really get to this rhythm that you're listening to your own self and you're honoring that. You're creating this back and forward connection with your own self, this echo, right? This echo in your chamber, this echo chamber, but it's not a bad echo chamber as we keep hearing in the news and the world we live in. It's a good echo chamber because this one is between you and your inner child, or you and your creative self, right? You are not ignoring yourself, and it just takes 5 minutes. So establish that vibe. Give names is a magical thing that we do. It reminds me of the Bhagwan, a word in Sanskrit, a concept of the in-between. We take the in breath, and before we take the out breath, there is a pause, there is a moment there, the suspense that we are taking right now before you take your next big project, or before you're on the verge of burnout. Well, take that in breath and hold in that in-between moment. Ask yourself, right? In this liminal state, what is the rhythm that you need the most? And it's going to have an effect if you do that for 5 days or for 10 days, and then for 40 days. What you're going to get out of that is a deepened relation with your creative self that hopefully can help you not just sustain but thrive in what you want to do next. Once again, if this is a cool vibe, you enjoy your time so far, please hit like, subscribe to the channel. This is Fortify by Forte. See you next week. Valeu!